Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Edwin, the comic jabroni, coming at you. Today is Thursday, the day after New Comic Book Day, and as you guys know, it is the day that I drop my New Comic Book Day pickups and review video. So if you want to see what I picked up in this stack, stay tuned. Alright, so we are back. Obviously, yesterday, Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, best day of the week in my opinion. A lot of people say that. But I picked up a nice little stack of books here. Apologize if I sound a little stuffed up, man. Allergies are kicking my butt. But gotta continue on, right? Gotta drive on, gotta fight on. So, yesterday, in between a break from school, I went by a comic shop that's closer to my school, a little bit smaller, but I met up with a friend of mine from YouTube who also has a YouTube channel, The Comic Book Villain. You can check out his channel. I'll put it up here somewhere. But he had told me last week that he picked up a book for me and that we'd meet up this week and he'd give it to me. So that book is the Spawn 296, the Virgin variant. I could not find it at any of my shops, but he was able to grab one for me. So we met up yesterday, and he gave me this, and got an A-OK from him as well. And he gave me a print, signed print, and I had no idea he was going to give me this, but he pulls this out, and he gives me this, guys, with the turtles there, signed. At the bottom, you see it's done by somebody by the last name of Bowie. So if somebody can help me out, I don't know who that is. But he gave me that. I was super excited to get that. Can't wait to frame that up and put it up on the wall behind me. And he gave me a little note. Says, just a little gift. I thought you might like to have this signed print in your collection. I know they're your favorite, so thought I'd pass it to someone who will really appreciate it. Hope you like it. Hope you like it, brother. Comic Book Villain, thanks a lot, man. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get it framed, and I'm going to put it up somewhere around here, so every time I make a video, you can see that. So, and this, guys, this is an important book to get. I'm not the biggest Spawn guy, as you guys know. This is really the first one that I've gotten on New Comic Book Day, but there is a first appearance in here of a woman named Mother Mary. So, this is a good one to get, guys. All right, let's get into what I picked up this week on New Comic Book Day. Yesterday I wasn't able to do an independent live Instagram, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the indie books that I picked up this week. So let's start off with indie books. First up, we have from Aftershock, Descendant #1. This is the A cover. For me, it was either between this or I was gonna get Gogar #1 from Image, but this interested me more because it has to do with like conspiracy theories. And on the 1932, I'm a big history buff. So in this book, in this issue, there are these senators and these high-ranking officials in the government of the United States that get their children kidnapped from them. But there's a symbol that shows up in the letters that they get, and that symbol dates back to the kidnapping of what was the name? It's a really famous celebrity back in 1932. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Charles Lindbergh, all right? So 1927 or 1932, 1933, Charles Lindbergh's son gets kidnapped and he gets murdered. So this has conspiracy theory written all over it, guys. Descendant #1, that was a good read. I'm definitely gonna be picking up #2. All right, on to the next book from the independent scene. We're gonna save that one for next. This is from Dynamite. I've been picking this up since it first came out a couple months ago. $6 Million Man #3. Guys, if you just want a book to read and just enjoy the story and have a laugh, that's exactly what this is. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's really funny every time. Like, he's $6 Million Man, right? Steve Austin, he's bionic, and his body costs $6 million to the government. But in these issues, he keeps getting pieces like broken off, or he's getting cut by samurai swords. So every issue, instead of being $6 Million Man, it says he's the 2.5 something million dollar man. And in this one, he's like the $1.2 million man. But by the end of it, I think he's into the $100,000 man. I think it's a funny read. It's a good read. Artwork's pretty good. Story is what it is. Doesn't take itself too seriously. I'm liking it. All right, so on to IDW, which is a mix-up with DC. I picked up Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. This is the 3rd series. This is the Kevin Eastman cover. Absolutely love these reads, guys. Even since the 1st series, when it was Batman and the Turtles fighting Shredder and Ra's al Ghul. Then the 2nd series had a lot to do with Bane. Bane trying to take over Gotham City. But now in this one, you get Krang in his multiverse. Because it starts off and you're thinking, what the heck is going on? Batman and the Turtles are brothers now. He's calling Splinter Master and his father. So you don't really understand what's going on until the very end of it, where you find out that it's a multiverse thing. You know, DC loves its multiverse. So absolutely love it. I really dig this cover. Let me see if I can get it a little closer for you guys. I really dig this cover. That black with the kind of like neon, can you say? Like it's kind of glows. It doesn't glow, but it feels and it looks like it's glowing. Digging it. I think it's only a 6-part miniseries, so I'm going to be continuing on with Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, the 3rd series. I'm going to go on with that. Absolutely like that. Marvel. So Marvel, first book we got. I read this one yesterday. This is Meet the Skrulls #4. This is a 5-issue miniseries. It's almost done. This is about a family that's a Skrull family. They have embedded themselves and they are undercover in America trying to figure out what this Project Blossom is, right? Project Blossom is a government-run program to try to discover Skrulls while they're still in disguise. But these Skrulls are trying to figure out what's going on and how they're able to do this. And you find out in this issue, and it's like that ending kind of just, what the heck? Holy crap. Because you find out that this family, there were 5 of them. The mom, the dad, the 2 sisters, and there was a son. But something happened to the son, and you find out in issue 3, the son is no longer with them, but they don't really tell you what happened. Did he die? What happened to him? In this issue, you find out, what's going on with this family. A lot of big things going on. Absolutely Meet the Skrulls. Like I said, it is just like the show The Americans on FX. If you've watched that show and you really enjoy that show like I do, you're really going to enjoy Meet the Skrulls. It's super low print run. I want to say it's in the 20 to 30,000 range. I bet you can still find it at your local comic shop, issues 1, 2, 3, and obviously 4 came out this week. All right, let's move on. I'm going to go with War of the Realms. This is issue #3. This is the Young Guns variant. Out of all the variants, this is the one that I really enjoyed, other than his face. I don't know what it is, but the beard scrubble, the stubble around his mouth just looks kind of funny. The rest of the comic, or the rest of this issue, or the comic book cover looks super nice, super clean, except the face. As far as the issue goes, Malekith has taken over Earth. He's got his different realms, or different generals or captains, whatever you want to call them, on a different continent on Earth, and they have taken control. Obviously, the Frost Giants are on in America. You got Roxxon Company down in Antarctica. You've got some witches or something or other like that in South America. So really good. I'm enjoying it. I didn't think War of the Realms was going to be that great, but I am enjoying it. This issue, you see some crazy stuff happen with Venom. This really breaks up the Avengers and all of Earth, or Midgard's heroes, into different teams and sends them off into different places to do what they have to do. In this issue, you do get Daredevil becoming the keeper of the sword of the golden bridge, or the rainbow bridge, rainbow road. Kind of cool. Him and Heimdall, they're both blind, but he says, well, let's see if 2 blind guys can figure out how to work this. He takes the sword out of the stone, from Merlin, and he becomes, this god of the rainbow road. Kind of cool. I'm digging it. War of the Realms is pretty good for what it is. It's a huge Marvel story. They do these once a year. I said I wasn't going to pick up any of the tie-ins, but I ended up going with War of the Realms, Strike Force. This is the Dark Realm, Dark Elf, the Dark Elf Realm. Okay, so what's the deal with Strike Force, and why did Edwin the Comic Jabroni pick up a tie-in that he said he wasn't going to get? Well, I'll tell you right now, out of all the tie-ins, these Strike Force ones are the most important because they're one issue tie-ins, just one issue, and they're about the different teams that are going to these other realms and they're on their own mission. This one right here, this team, you got the She-Hulk, Blade, Robbie Reyes as the Ghost Rider, and Punisher. They're off with Lady Freya, and they are trying to destroy the Black Bridge that Malekith has. There's some twists and turns going on, but this one and this one right here. So in this issue, it says to read 1, 2, and 3 of War of the Realms first. But to me, you want to read issues 1 and 2 of War of the Realms and then read this up until a certain point. You'll figure out when it is when you read it, and then read this one and then finish this one off. I know it's kind of confusing, guys, but it totally it gives you a better understanding of what's going on with the story. So I dig it. I am going to be picking up the rest of the Strike Force. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 other Strike Force books coming out. All right, next up, this is the last one from Marvel. This is the one that I was most anticipating. I was really looking forward to this because this team that they have is super awesome, guys. Super awesome. Savage Avengers #1. This is the David Finch cover, just the regular A cover. But man, you got Wolverine, right? You got Venom. You've got Conan, Dr. Voodoo over here. This issue has a lot of it takes place in the Savage Lands, right? Yeah, the Savage Lands. And there is this cult group that is trying to rise, trying to get this god who's going to destroy the earth, right? Obviously, it's always that. They're trying to make him rise out of this pool of blood. They go around the earth and they get these fighters and musicians and painters and different people that are just exceptional in what they do, and they're killing them off, and they're throwing their bodies and their blood into this big pool that this god is supposed to be coming out of. You get a super awesome fight in here between Conan and Wolverine. People have been looking forward to a fight between Wolverine and Conan. Don't want to give too much away on who wins and what happens, but super awesome. Listen, Conan says that, I am Conan from Cimmeria. Where are you from, stranger? And Wolverine says, well, I am Logan from Pabst. Like Pabst Blue Ribbon, I guess. That's one of you guys might laugh at me, but I absolutely love Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't drink beer anymore, but when I did, that was one of my favorites. All right, guys, so that's it for Marvel. All right, let's move on into DC, guys. DC, there's 2 books that I have not had a chance to read yet. I picked up so many books, had so much going on. I haven't had a chance to read them. But first one's going to be Young Justice #5. This is the B cover. It's part of that Wonder Comics. Young Justice has been really good. I don't know exactly in the timeline or continuity how these work, but I know that Naomi is going to be joining Young Justice at some point because I've seen the issues. Naomi issue 5 or 6 and Young Justice issue 6 or 7 has her on the cover. So she'll be joining. Next up, absolutely love the series. Just haven't had a chance to read. I'll be reading it later on today. Adventures of the Super Sons #10. This is just a 12-part maxi series. And Super Sons were out in space. They were lost. They couldn't get back to Earth. They're fighting the young Doom, Legion of Doom with the baby Joker and baby Lex Luthor and the rest of the villains and all of that. But I know in this issue they get back to Earth. I have not read it, so I'm hoping to read that and find out what's going on. I'm sad that it's going to be ending here in the next 2 months, but I'm hoping they bring the Super Sons back because I like Superboy and I like Damian Wayne together. That dynamic duo, really funny. One's just a fun-loving guy that wants to go out and just do the right thing, but super kind-hearted. And then you got Damian Wayne, who wants to do the right thing, but wants to do it his own way, right? I don't know if he minds killing people. It's kind of funny. You don't really know Damian Wayne and what he's going to do. All right, next up, guys, Deathstroke 43. This is the Clayton Crane cover, the B cover. This is the 4th part of the Terminus Agenda. Guys, Terminus Agenda has been really good. And I didn't understand what Terminus Agenda or Terminus Protocol meant until this issue. Well, if you've been reading it or if you've been watching my reviews, you know that Damian Wayne, Robin, has a super secret prison down in the basement of wherever him and him and the Teen Titans are kind of staying at, or that's their base of operations. But in this prison, he has a few villains locked up. They're not total fans of him, obviously, because they're locked up, but they escaped in that last issue. This issue, it has them getting out of that prison, trying to escape from this bunker or whatever it is that the Teen Titans have them in. But we find out that the Terminus Protocol, here's spoilers, guys. If you don't want to hear it, fast forward about a minute. Terminus Protocol is this injection or this lethal venom that has been injected into the villains. So if they do ever escape, they would only make it about 100 feet, 100 yards out of that prison before that venom or that toxin kills them. The reason they do not die while they are inside this prison is because through the air ducts, Robin has been pumping in this like an antidote to it. So it's not totally going to cure them, but it's going to make sure that they don't die. But if they get outside of the prison where that antidote isn't being pumped in through the AC, then they're going to die. So that's what we find out in this issue. There's something big that happens at the end. I am not going to ruin that for you. I'm not going to spoil it. But when I saw it, I was like, there's absolutely no way. I can't believe that, guys. Man, this issue, dude, Deathstroke and Teen Titans together, that is a recipe for success. I absolutely love it. As you know, yesterday, DC Year of the Villain #1 came out. I picked up one copy at one comic shop, which you can see there. Bam, 25 cents. Not bad. You got Batman Who Laughs. You got Bane, Cheetah, Lex Luthor, and Perpetua. Only 25 cents, guys. Go pick this up because this is going to be a really big issue. But I also went by my local comic shop, the one that I go to all the time, and they had kind of a special edition one. It has their logo up here, Heroes and Fantasies, plus the Alamo City Comic Con. So I really dug that, and they didn't charge me for it. The other comic shop I went to, kind of a smaller mom and pop shop, he charged me 25 cents. But you know what? That's fine. Got to make your money, right? I picked that up, and I also, guys, I said I wasn't gonna get comic book covers only. But I did it, guys. I went and I picked up the 1 in 500 Batman Who Laughs for DC Year of the Villain #1. I said I wasn't going to do it, but at the price that I found it, I picked this up $49.90, $50. Everywhere else that I saw it, I went to that other comic shop. They had it for $60. Midtown had it for $100. I've seen it on eBay running from anywhere between $80 to $120. I really think this is going to be an important one to get, man. 1 in 500. There are 3 stories or 4 stories going on in this DC Year of the Villain. One has to do with Batman. One is with Lex Luthor. There's a Perpetua story in there. The one that really intrigued me is one that I haven't had people talk about a lot, and that is the Batman and Damian Wayne one. If you've been reading Teen Titans and you read the annual to Teen Titans, you know that Damian Wayne doesn't trust Jason Todd. He believes Jason Todd to be the other. Or in this issue, you find out he thinks Jason Todd or the Red Hood is in charge of Leviathan. So that's where I'm really thinking, man, what is going on? Is Jason Todd really a bad guy again? Could he be that Arkham Knight from Detective Comics? I don't know, but we're gonna find out here soon, guys. 25 cents. Go at least pick up 1, maybe 2 copies of this one. I think this is gonna be a big issue to pick up, and if you find this issue at a reasonable price that you're willing to pay for, I would grab this one too, guys. This is an awesome cover. It's done by Jim Chung. Super clean. All right, so the big one that everybody's talking about, I saw a lot of reviews on it yesterday. I saw a lot of people talking about it, and I read it. You know, I picked it up. My comic shop ordered enough of these movie homage variants for the sub, so I'm glad I got one. But that's going to be DCeased #1. This is the C cover, I think it is. It's not the A and it's not the B. I'm thinking it's the C cover, but this is the movie homage, horror movie homage cover. It, obviously, you got Robin and Joker in the background with the balloon. Total play on that, the death of Robin, you know, from back in the 80s. What can I say about the issue? Spoilers in this, guys. I like the story. I dug the story. On a scale of 1 to 5, the story, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. But the artwork, killing me, man. 1 out of 5. There are two different artists working on this. It says at the very beginning that one artist works on these many pages, and then another artist works on another there's just some discrepancies in the artwork that I wasn't a fan. All right, so the story. Darkseid's trying to get the anti-life equation. He goes to Earth. He gets his butt whipped by Superman, but he leaves saying, well, I already got what I want. Earth isn't what I wanted. I already have what I wanted. All the Justice League members thinking, what the heck is he talking about? But you find out on Apocalypse that it's Cyborg is who he wants, because Darkseid already has half of the anti-life equation. Cyborg has the other half in his mother box. But because of this merging of an actual equation or whatever that Darkseid has and a cyborg technological half of the equation, they mix up and something bad happens. It starts turning these people into zombies, right? Because when they get this equation in their head, and the way that they get it in their head is through social media, through their phone. Cyborg transports himself back to Earth, and because he is connected to everything, everywhere, all the time, he uploads the anti-life equation into everybody's phone and computers and television. So if you're on any type of social media, which all of us do almost all the time, right? Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, even YouTube is a social media. Anything, you see it, you have the anti-life equation, and they're trying to rip it out of their minds, and they're trying to kill everybody. I don't want to spoil too much as far as like what happens later on, but you get some cool stories with Superman finding out, going to save Lois Lane and Lois Lane and Superboy, Jonathan Kent. And then you get Batman's reaction and what happens with Batman and how is he going to stop this anti-life equation that is pretty much destroying. So it's not a zombie story, but it has some elements of a zombie story. I'm a fan of it. I know some people online, I saw some reviews yesterday. Some people weren't digging it. I'm not digging the artwork, but I like the story. It's something different, and it's something that's really real to us right now because we're always on social media. So somebody could post something like this on social media where we see it and bam, it's like The Ring, guys. You watch The Ring, you're dead, right? So, anyways, that's all I got. I hope you guys like the new setup. Changed it up. Got made fun of a little bit because I had a little baby table. But hey, got a bigger table. Put it on this side of the room instead of the other side of the room. So now you can see my little glass case with a lot of my Ninja Turtles, my Detective Comics. First appearance of Batgirl. You see my Wall of Fame. Hope you guys like it. Let me know. I am almost to 500 subscriber, guys. Thank you so much to everybody that subscribed to my channel, watches my videos, hits that like button. I appreciate it, man. When I first started this, for me, it was a struggle to get to even 50 or 100. But like everybody else, you say, God, you know, I truly am appreciative. But, you know, it's like I'm just so happy that I can do this for you guys, that I can make these videos. Remember that I still have my 400 subscriber 1 year anniversary giveaway going on. Man, I had a brain fart right there. Giveaway going on. And one of these corners, you'll be able to see the video. Click that link. Go to that. If you have not entered the giveaway, it's too easy, guys. Hit that like button on that video and write I want in the comments, and I'll get you in. Right now, I'm up to, I think, 71 entrants into the giveaway. So May 6th, you have until May 6th to join. I'm going to do a live stream for that giveaway. There's a first place prize and a second place prize. So if you want to see what the prizes are, go to the video. Go check it out. Dig it? So, until next time, guys, I'll see you. Peace.